Well, the war is still raging on in England. I think it's gonna take some time for the new world order to end up carving the piece of the king of the English side, but protected by the Genoan Navy, I don't think anyone is gonna cross the English Channel anyway.
I mean, we just follow the standard American practice, right? Establish naval superiority, and then if at first you fail, just call in an airstrike. That just works.
So what has happened of Perm?
Oh, actually, it's at peace already?
Perm is at peace. They have a truce that is lasting for 5 years.
So we have been attacked by all... Oh, 5 years, so it's a white peace?
Why is it just a white peace? Alright, that is quite surprising. I don't know exactly what happened with Perm. We might want to have some...
Tributary. No.
Oh, maybe. Do you think
Chad is calling tributary? Yes.
Oh,
tributary of Yuan.
Maybe they have just tried to stop paying tribute, and Yuan went, you know what? That thing is not optional. You gotta pay, and you gotta pay the right price every month, or we're gonna get angry. And well, when Yuan gets angry at this point in the game, you kinda have to listen.
Yeah, they are not to be. Yeah, you have to negotiate, right?
Yeah.
To some extent.
Oh, and actually, I think
now
maybe
that they
thanks
finally
to their
embraced technology,
tribute,
no, they're pretty good.
Yuan just rose at the second place in the list of the Great Power.
Oh, there's a bunch of new blue flames. Malaya, I think.
Let
me check.
I think Malaya has been in opportunistic war for quite some time. I'm not sure. No, it's still the same.
Oh God!
Endless war with Persia that seems to go on and on.
How many dead do we have now? Not bad.
1 point. Oh my God! Oh Lord!
Yeah, it's like 3 million dead total.
3 million people died in this meaningless war. Can we get some rip in the chat for all the death of the great Nepalis?
22
Persian
years.
war.
Not bad.
Oh my God, that's awful. That is absolutely terrible. Let's see where the Aztecs are at. Oh, they are actually countering.
Wait. Why is Punjab doing Deccan and Bhuttu?
Oh, they were hired by Switzerland.
Oh, well.
There actually was an attempt as an incursion in South America.
I have to applaud. This is probably the first time anyone just sets foot in the American
no,
land.
I think you're right. It's probably the first time we see any European troop setting foot in the New World. But, well, they are received by a kicking from the allied forces of the Aztec Pirate Confederacy and the Incas. It's not gonna go well for them. And we're seeing a rare feat, which is the troops of Sardinia Piedmont actually fighting in a war, which is something
I
that
didn't even know Genoa had an army either, so there's that. Maybe someone could have told them that there is probably no army in Texas. I mean, there's... Australia!
Switzerland has been... What the hell is Switzerland doing? I want to see how many...
Condottieri, they are boring. Probably a lot. Switzerland?
They are buying armies all around.
And they have a lot of Condottieri deals.
Yeah, no, definitely.
They bought some Australia. I mean, to be fair, I've played Australia in the past game. You kind of get bored down there if you don't do anything, so...
No, I get it.
That makes sense.
Well, I think, they're gonna manage to push back this incursion.
Yeah, we should be able to mop them up.
And that is actually helping quite a lot with the war score, I believe.
Oh, yeah,
yes. This incursion is actually playing in the favor of the New World Order.
Chat is asking for the religion in Texas. It's mostly Protestant everywhere. We technically had religious tolerance, but it seems like the two other parties in Texas, because we know we have 3 parties in Texas that share power with elections and all that, because we're democracy. And at least one of the 2 others is really against anything not...
All right, we do have... Yeah, a majority of Protestant. Weirdly enough, Catholicism is only relevant in Africa at this point, and still in Tyrone, that has been one of the last bastions of Christianity, with one of the several new popes in Saxony in Europe. Otherwise, Protestantism and Orthodoxy rules.
Yeah, I mean, with the promise of Rome being restored, maybe we will see that again.
I think I see a lot of taunting going on in the chat in the game. I believe it is, yeah. I think there is quite a lot of pride from the New World Order to have been able to defend their land from the first incursion from the dirty European there.
Yeah, take that, King George.
Let's have a look at the. It's this stain is like a stain of dishonor on an evergreen American continent. Like just the fact that the Europeans have been able to sully this evergreen, ever powerful, ever peaceful continent is a tragedy.
Yeah.
All right. In the meantime, how is the war
wow.
going? Ooh, the
This one is
French
not
are
being
fighting back, baby.
And they did not pick
What?
as good as a battle this time. Oh, yeah.
What happened? Ooh, and that is bad for the war score. Something
Texas, what did
awful
you
happened. A series of defeats. The French have done some very smart engagement and just managed to crush
Damn.
the forces of the New World Order in England. Oof, this might be the turn of the battle for you.
Yeah, where is that? Oh, wow. Did they got mopped up? Oh, yeah, they clearly lost a lot of
I think
troops
there
in
must have been a couple of stack wipes there. And, well, it's regroup and get back to it. In the meantime, let's still have a look at the everlasting war.
Oh,
in
actually,
Persia.
they're making a good dash through Persia.
Yeah,
now.
yeah, they are fighting back.
It looks
and,
like they broke the front.
and Persia is backpacking, and I'm not sure the Smolensk cannon are gonna be enough to help them this time.
Oh, yeah, we might have to deal with something now. I guess the intervention of Malaya helped.
Yeah, I mean, Malayan have been doing some very smart engagement. I think they are going for trying to climb in that great power ledger. Well, helping Nepal is certainly not gonna get them there. But in the meantime, I think, yeah, after all, even if it took them 20 years, maybe they were right to not sign any treaty and to just keep going and going after Persia. It might be the end of Persia dominance as they have just fallen out of the list of the great powers.
Yeah.
Let's follow up on that Persian war then, because I think we're not gonna see a lot of action in Great Britain now, and there it is. Oof, it is a chasing back, and I'm not sure the Polish
What
or
kind
the
of?
Serbian
Oh,
troop
yeah.
are gonna be
They
enough.
managed to get the terrain, which is always nice.
Maybe
but-
Serbia can turn the tide a bit, but with all of that reinforcement available, I
Yeah,
don't
and
think
there
it
is
will be
71K.
enough.
Yeah, the numbers are really looking grim now.
Yeah.
Well, even if the terrain is still giving them advantage,
And
but
the
no,
Smolensk
there is more than
cannon.
100K behind it, and Smolensk has been cut from them. It looks like.
Yes, I think. Oh, it looks.
They will get 16K from up. Oh, 40K from up there actually.
Looks really dire.
Actually, they're still getting. Oh no, now
That
the.
might be too much. I don't know if this last round of reinforcement can turn the tide, but probably not.
It doesn't seem
The
to change the
entrance
morale.
of another fresh group of troops from
yeah,
Malaya
and
is gonna seal the
Persia
deal.
is taking a lot of losses for someone who is defending on a mountain across
Speaking of
across
that,
the river.
let's look at those numbers, and we are closing to 4 million deaths in the great Nepalese conquest of Tikrit.
Maybe this time they will get something out of it. I mean, for once, this war seems to finally be decisive.
Yeah, no, and it took some sweet time to get there, but it is now probably over for the old Persian Empire. In the meantime, I think, yeah, the tide have turned.
Well, I mean, actually, it looks like
Oh, actually,
the war score has
This-
changed
yeah.
a lot again. We're back to 9%.
I mean, a couple of battle, probably chasing. That is quite surprising.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, the show superiority keeps changing, right? It might end up with a white piece at this rate. Cause
A very disappointing and boring white piece, but I don't.
I have
really
to say,
see-
yes.
I don't really see how it could change. I think the forces that are trying to land in the new world have been effectively
rebelled.
purged from the sacred new continents.
I'm curious about the armies now, because I cannot see that ledger when I'm playing.
Well,
so
let's not give you too much information. And
another
there
battle.
it is, the war rage again in
why
England.
did they take this battle with -1? Ah!
It might actually turn into the favor of the New World Order as
no.
we see more troop reinforcing.
-2. Why did you take
Fresh
this battle?
pirate troop from Tyrone
I mean,
are coming to the front
They're
line.
actually taking the day because of the numbers. But ouch, -2. No. Oh my. Oh, that is not turning
That
into
is,
favors.
it's rolling high on the New World Order side.
That's why you don't attack
Some
at -2.
fresh Incas troop coming to the front line with a fresh morale boost. Oh, it might not be
Do
enough.
not take those battles. Oh, I mean, it's a close one, but I don't think we should have taken it. Because
Yeah, it is tragic, and the war score is back again, largely at this point in the favor of France,
yes.
who have just taken a major advantage in this endless Texan-French war of honor. It's you might not be able to have that honor cleaned.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's up to the other two parties. We are actually now in power in Texas because I'm here, and so my opponents for the top for the.
Well, there it is. It is Persia darkest timeline right now, with all of their mainland siege. They are.
I guess they have diplomats now that are trying to negotiate terms, because unless they know something we don't, and maybe have big allies ready to step in, I think they should probably be negotiating terms.
In the meantime, Manchu are enjoying a little war against the AI, trying to get that piece of Japan and getting actually crushed by the AI in the process, which is, I mean, you gotta enjoy the little thing, and a player getting stomped by an AI when there is literally two of them left on the map.
It's like the Venetian dojo of his time, where everybody think. So why is Texas not using colonies for the? I have no idea. I am guessing the player is so. I mean,
focused on the war.
On the war, that he's not looking at any of those messages.
That is shameful.
I mean,
should be
yes.
colonizing there. Like getting rid of those small.
I know.
Yeah, I had
know.
a question. Why so much hate for Florida?
It's not in the trade node. And also, it's free development swamp.
Yeah, no, but
like
someone
you have to
take
look
care
at
of
these
those gather, man.
Provinces are not really appealing.
I don't know, take care of the alligator. Like, this is a freaking swamp. Someone needs to take. Yeah, look at the gator. I was talking about them. Here they are.
There.
Oh.
He's there. He's nice.
How nice
His name is Bob.
It's Bob.
Yes.
You've called him Bob.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pet him for a little while.
Yeah.
Because like I do like a cool gator myself. Oh, nice he is. I didn't know there was actually one. All right, the war is raging once again.
Texas has brought the numbers this time,
Yeah,
but
is it
did.
enough? It's probably not gonna be enough, is it? Oh, some reinforcement is arriving from the sea.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
but just
and
the Marines are there, and now we might see a difference.
Yep, the pirate might.
Because they have the numbers, they just need to pick their battles. Because the French have the morale advantage until like Texas can take defensive IDs.
We are getting there, and I think this time it's once again the turn of the battle.
Yeah, numbers have 300k. Yeah, they really okay. I think they're trying to push their economic advantage
And
there.
there it is, 2,000,007 people dying this war. In the meantime, Persia is still burning.
I'm surprised they haven't made that peace actually.
Let's check. And I mean, they are back in balance.
Actually, how do
Why
they
is
have
that?
only -1%?
I am actually quite surprised. I think it's because they have retaken probably.
Oh, did rebels
the
take the war goal?
target? Yeah, because the target is secret and they have retaken it.
Oh, so they're not actually.
They also have rebels.
They're technically not
All
losing.
right, chat, I will have you cover your eyes because we're gonna look at the number of death on the Great Persian war, and oh lord, they are nearing the 5 million.
Yeah, a 4 and something. That's a lot of dead.
That is way too much.
Wait, do you have a new country in Hungary? I don't remember him seeing that.
Yeah, Hungary has popped. I believe there are a vassal, a march from Romania. Yeah. I think this war is not gonna end before we.
Actually, did they can peace out of this war? I don't see them anymore. Were they in the war at first?
No, I think they weren't actually, or maybe they were. Let's.
And
check.
Punjab is. I didn't see Punjab either.
No, Punjab was in it definitely.
Oh, so does it mean that they are trying to peace out? Did we lose something? Can you click at Persia and click on the diplomatic mic mode? You should see the course.
I mean.
Oh yeah.
Punjab.
No, click on Persia, and then you should see. Is that the course they lost?
No, because Punjab was on the other side of that war. They weren't siding with Persia. They were actually siding with Nepal.
Yeah,
on
but
this one.
that's what I thought. Like, did they make a separate peace deal for some land, and then now
No,
Persia
they
has.
didn't seem to have. I think they
thought
just managed
no.
to negotiate a white peace.
So that means actually that Persia might be able to get away with this, since they now probably have the numbers on their side. If you look at the numbers in the war.
Yeah, they might not really.
No, wow, how many?
Nepal is a monster, Matthew.
Yeah,
You have to
very
realize
scary.
that they have been building like.
How many troops do we? Can we look at the troops numbers actually?
I mean.
Like in the ledger, just
yeah.
army sizes.
Mathieu is a player after all. He's gathering military intel here. He's gonna use this to his advantage.
Totally.
He might.
I can use the
yeah.
dev cheat codes if I have to. The secret
Yeah, no,
dev codes that even
Nepal,
work in multiplayer.
Switzerland and Deccan are like clearly above
Oh
anyone
wow, 2 millions? Damn.
when it comes to troops. So they can throw still a lot of men to get this number up. And I believe we're gonna see a 5 million casualty war.
I think they
which
can
is
make
like,
it.
ugh.
I think they can make it.
That
Yeah, I
is a
think
tragedy.
most war at this stage are basically an economic like a marathon, right? Like the first one to.
All right, is there? And there we are. It's a turn of the tide again.
Yeah, France is completely out of manpower. How many loans do they have?
I don't.
Loans. Up there.
They do.
Oh wow, the balance is not really what I call balance. It's like, I don't know why they call it a balance if it's minus 200. It's more like a drop.
It is quite a tough time for them.
Yeah, I think and they are reaching the maximum number of loans. If they get is it? Yeah, that's the maximum number of loans.
Yeah, I
If
think.
they get bankrupt, they're gonna get real trouble. Because usually troops don't fight if you don't pay them.
Yeah, no, that's been. Oh, I think we finally might have something happening. The Butuan reconquest of.
Oh, they jumped on
Caesarea.
Persia and
So
Bukhara.
Butuan actually left their slumber and they
Oh.
are back in the battle. We tend to call the Butuan troops the Space Marines of the 17th century because they are monsters. Look at those numbers.
It's okay, discipline.
They have been
I don't think they're
raping.
better than France, but they're pretty good.
They are pretty good because look at that.
That's a good number.
Yes, they are Space Marines. They just rip through people and you can look at them. Look. Oh, where are they actually? Oof. And they are there already going
Yeah,
north.
I mean, the performance against Rebels is probably not really a show, but the Ottomans are a thing?
Well, the fact that they're controlling Constantinople now might be a show actually.
Yeah, actually,
And look
that's
at that.
pretty fast.
We are soon gonna replace you with a Kaiser himself.
Oh, wow.
And then I will have Bjorn.
No, I'm actually gonna augment you guys.
Oh yeah, you stick
Yeah,
with
so we're
us.
gonna
Yeah,
do
we ain't got no
tricast.
Kaiser where I come
Yeah.
from. That's some European net
Yeah,
crap.
we're gonna do some tricast until you have to go.
Yeah, excellent.
Okay.
Until you have some obligations.
I will, however, ask Bjorn and Knorr to keep you for at least 10 minutes before we send you back to just ensure that every information you have gathered during
Wow,
this session
I love the vote of
is
confidence here.
We'll
Iggy's
force
sort
him
of
to
cheating.
drink some beer or have some snacks and talk to Björn, which should be punishment enough.
That depends who's paying for the beer.
It might well be. We can take care of the beer, and I have never had a problem forcing you to drink.
Oh wow, shots fired.
So Romania is
Romania is more like
having
X-Mania.
quite of a bad time. I hear cheering in the castle, and look at that. This
So how does the alliance looks like for Romania?
I think it's.
Are they alone,
I
or-
think the problem is that they don't have enough.
They
Actually,
have many friends.
they are not alone.
My
I think,
lord.
but they are in two wars, and in their war against.
wait, why is
Butua,
Romania fighting Texas?
The
Oh,
problem is, in their war against Butua, they have allies, but not the right one. Because they have Persia, who is getting crushed. A lot of small allies, Smolensk and their cannons have been stuck in the endless war in Asia for years now. They have spent a lot of troops trying to get through Punjab, and they eventually peaced out. But at this point, I think they might be lacking the troops. They don't have the numbers anymore.
Yeah,
they
they
have
have
no
no
manpower.
troops.
They're gonna get crushed. And
Do they have
see
any
that
armies at all?
they're already receiving offers of peace from
Wow.
both sides to get out of this war. So
Yeah.
they're not gonna be able to help any of their usual Balkan allies.
what I
But I
wonder.
mean, Persia needed some allies, right? Because they were kinda alone.
Yeah.
So it's very nice for Smolensk to jump in and help them.
Yeah, the big question is, will Poland and Prussia take the opportunity to
Yeah.
strike somewhere? Because
mean, Poland-
everybody's fighting around them, and
Poland has
in
been
tough
part of
wars.
it, and Poland
Oh,
is
they
part
are.
of the war against Nepal. They actually did a nice move. They participated
yeah.
in this war to backstab
Wait,
Hanover.
they are part of the war, but they haven't raised maintenance?
No, that's the Polish way of being an
That's
ally.
cowardice.
What I'm more surprised about is that Prussia is
Yeah.
not doing shit.
Indeed. Who are they allied with? Are they still allied to Poland?
They are allied
They
with
are.
quite a lot of various European powers, but
Yeah.
not doing much. And in the meantime, we have on the cozy corner our friend and one of our favorite players and a guest here on the stream from Sardinia, Piedmont.
Oh. Hello. Well, welcome to the Cozy Corner. And I would like to ask Mathieu to come over here and sit down in the couch with us.
Sure.
We're doing quite well in Brazil. So we noticed we don't need this white flag at all. We're winning. We're winning any war we started. We haven't started any, but we're winning all of them. So I figured, I would give this to the person who's not winning any wars either. There you go.
Rubbing salt in those wounds.
I heard something about Kualumba.
Yeah, well,
Come on,
yeah,
Lumba.
I have a history in the dev clashes and other multiplayer games that I am quite a non-confrontational player and not the greatest at warfare,
Well,
to be honest.
this is one of the greatest tools at warfare. It tells
It is.
everyone when you're ready to sign a peace treaty.
It is perfect. Thank you very much.
But as Savoy and now Sardinia Piedmont, had always great ambitions, which sadly didn't come true, we never formed France, but I was prepared. I did actually bring not only one, but two French flags. I have one of these nice blue ones. And as we never finished making France, I wish to present this to you.
Thank you. Actually,
You look at France.
France is the nation we can form with Texas due to our culture, because Texas is not a name game tag. So we could technically abandon Texas and become France.
Now you have to, kinda.
Well, you have a few years left, I heard.
Yes, we do. Will we do
Challenge
it? I don't know.
And this flag will now be the official flag of Björn's Cozy Corner, and it will be standing here. And I will bring it back, and I will proudly display this on my desk at work. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me here. It was lots of
Thank
fun.
you.
Thank you.
All right,
Back-
let's get back to it, and let's follow up a bit of that, because we have not figured out how to check the current war.
Yeah.
And
Texan-French War of Honor. I
Yes.
love the sound of that.
And look at that.
Oh, nice! They
The
took Constantinople.
the eternal city of Constantinople, the second
Yeah.
Rome, is now Golescu
That
and
is-
has been taken by Butua.
Yeah, that is putting salt in the wounds.
I-
They did that just to show off. I love that.
I mean, they did it. Maybe they are paid off by Malaya and they're gonna
Mm.
send it back to them because we know Malaya have been dying to get back at it. But look at the surge they made through the ledger.
Yep. No, I gotta say, like, Butu has been playing really, really well.
No, it's
And look at it, Butu and Poland as well.
yes.
Oh, it's
God.
glorious.
If you're gonna give it to players who have been amazing at playing with the game mechanics, I'm gonna give it to Butua.
Absolutely.
Like they were put out of Europe, choose Kiwa, and they had this whole plan of 8-dimension chess to get back in the game. And they
Indeed.
are now like one of the most feared army in the world.
Yep. I gotta say, Butua and Switzerland probably. They have also done some really good work. So they started as someone, and then they became Kilwa, I think. And then they released Butua and
What
played
has
them.
happened there?
Sardinia,
The Piedmont is
Piedmont.
contra in Venice.
Yeah, because they have the naval superiority,
Yes,
right? So they can't take it back.
They have taken Malta and Venice
Yeah.
and pretty much any island they could grab.
How embarrassing to be Italy, right? And you're like you're locked out of all the islands in the
Yeah,
Mediterranean.
but look at them pirates going through your coast.
Mare Nostrum, my ass.
Something
it's not their
I don't know if it was when you were casting.
Oh yeah, they
Look,
were
yeah.
raiding it all.
Look at those
that's
Italian
beautiful.
coasts.
Yeah.
It is.
Yep. I remember Lorenzo being like, "Oh, look at Italy! It's so green."
And
it's
it
so
turning red
Yep.
immediately just out of the raiding.
Yep.
No, those pirates
That's nice.
aren't joking around.
Oh, I also see Spain has recovered their coastline from Italy.
Yeah, I don't know if they managed to do that actually. I didn't follow that part.
Yeah, so when I left, they had fought like this huge war between themselves, just one-on-one, that ended in like a stalemate. But then Italy still had these parts. So Spain must have taken it back
That is-
somehow.
yeah, that is quite well done on them. Italy is doing good. They have announced that they are gonna welcome back the original princes in Italy, and they're
Oh.
gonna restore the Pope in Rome as
Oh,
soon
yes,
as they are out of the
please.
war.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
I mean, I initially, like the Papal States, when they were driven out of Europe, sold their land to them.
Yeah.
Oh, they started as Hamburg. All right,
Hamburg,
Butua started
right.
as Hamburg, so they might be coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, Dithmarschen has been freed
Yes,
as well.
it's
That should please you, right?
Yeah, it's a vassal or a march of Vijayanagar, I think. Yeah, the Khan.
The
the
Khan,
Khan,
yeah,
right.
but because Vijayanagar became the Khan.
Yeah,
That is quite beautiful.
yeah, because, so as I understood it, Vijayanagar, or the Khan, they used to play Dithmarschen as their first tag. So that's why they came back and released them and vassalized them. So,
We are closing more and more
oh
to
my
the 5
God, look
million.
at those
Oh, yeah.
casualties.
No, it's, and I mean,
Okay, so I gotta say, this is very interesting. So they have lost 127,000 to attrition, but these guys have lost 1.5 million men to attrition.
yeah, no,
Like that says something about
and that the
army
thing-
positioning and movement.
yeah, but
I gotta say.
and also that the thing with Nepal and Yuan,
Yeah.
they're just able to like put all of their forces, throw them all into battle, and they still have some. Look
Yeah.
at that. They are still like having some manpower, whereas I think,
Yeah,
Persia
no, I mean,
is not very good.
poor Persia. They can't be feeling good right now.
Ho is, oh my god!
300,000. That's an enormous battle.
I mean, that's over 9,000 for sure.
Yeah. So
There's-
what's the look at the morale though of the Italians? Wait, is that Italians?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they are
it's-
they are leading the war. It's mainly French, but the
Yeah.
Italian general.
So the Italians
has-
are up in the British Isles. Yeah, I mean this looks to be
And that's the problem. They've been struggling with morale since the beginning of the war.
yeah.
And
it still looks fairly close though, I gotta say. If you look at the morale.
yeah, it does. I think they're hoping for bankruptcy
Oh,
to
yeah.
finally eat France
No.
because.
But I think France is gonna lose this one anyway. If you look at
Yes.
the morale, like it's dropping quickly.
Yeah, and they're rolling high
yep,
despite the malice there.
Indeed. Yeah, and you can hear the cheers around the castle.
Yes, we've heard. So for you in the chat, every time the Texans win the battle, since they are in the next room, we hear like a beautiful yeehaw going and echoing through that old castle in Poland, which is quite poor taste for sure, but also appropriate.
I think one thing I really want to see is the Irish making a comeback. Because if you remember, like from the very first day, they almost made a play for the British Isles.
I know.
I would love if they just came back at the very last, last moment.
Look at Iran; they're doing
good.
good.
They are expanding.
They are doing good.
Yeah.
And
I love the idea of the pirate confederacy, like the pirates sticking together.
I like the fact that they have secured
they also have
Özel.
Özel.
Like
I'm not sure if they even know it that they have Özel. Like this random island.
They must remember they also have. I like that
true.
all the islands have eventually become pirate island anyway. You can't keep an island away from the pirate confederacy.
I'm sure they bought it from players as well.
Yeah.
Like strategically placed in advance.
Yeah, and I think the fact that they have such a strong navy allows them every time to get.
Oh yeah.
And look at that, Malaya is still getting into a weird situation.
Is that AI?
Yeah, it's an AI.
Has broken out. Huh.
It's an AI, and I don't know. Probably Malaya have reached the point of the weekend where they're either too tired or too inebriated to sort of keep their focus.
Yeah.
But they have been doing some weird ass move. Look at that.
Wait, are they being occupied by? Is Uchi a player?
No,
it's
Uchi
an
is
AI.
the AI. I think they are so focused on the front that they have totally missed the fact that there is now an AI ripping through the Japanese.
That is a very brave AI, though, to go declaring on Malaya, because they are pretty strong.
And look at that, they are certainly...
Oh no, it's Manchurian conquest. So if you open the war, so it's Manchu who has declared on them,
Uchi.
and then they drag in Malaya. So, I mean, they're just eating the penalties from it.
That's fantastic.
I'm not sure if Manchu can even land here.
No,
never mind.
They've tried and they've been crushed by the AI.
Oh my
they just
God!
got
They got
stack wiped by an AI.
That is embarrassing.
Can we get some shame in the chat for Manchu and Malaya who have got themselves stack wiped by an AI?
By a Japanese miner. That is embarrassing.
We're gonna give it to Uchi.
My God.
They are doing quite the thing. It's good that there is still some fun and like totally like incongruous stuff happening at this stage in the game.
Also, look at this. So Persia must have unconditionally surrendered because they have 100% war score.
Yes.
And yes, there comes the peace deal.
Oh, look at
Nepalese Persia.
Look at Nepal.
Yep.
They have grown. They are monsters now.
Absolutely.
2,000 development cap has been passed.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
They are a real powerhouse.
Yeah, no, they are. And at this point,
And
they
Persia
can't.
doesn't look too good. Look at all these rebellions as well.
Persia have slipped out of the list of great powers.
Yeah, they used to be one of the biggest great powers.
I mean, they were originally Crimea. They have been at the lead of the game for, I don't know, half of the campaign. No, that's insane. What a fall for the Persian Empire. It's like if Alexander had come knocking at their door again. Yeah. Except this time...
I can taste the salt in the air from Persia
at
this point.
This time Alexander came from the east and he happened to be an Hinduist.
And come from the Tibetan mountains. Maybe it's one of those Dalai Lama or something reincarnated.
Of course.
Peace in our time, you say?
Oh, the peace has been
it is
signed.
actually. It's been... And what is the peace? Texan,
Oh, Texas and Taiwan
Here we go.
are ripping through France.
That is good stuff.
And look at that Irish pirate republic.
Representing.
And I think
Kick the French out of England.
That's what I wanted to check. While troops were dying by the hundreds of thousands on the other side of the Irish Sea, well, in Taiwan, life is good, my friend. Life is great. It's happiness and prosperity. The rum and the Guinness are afloat in
From
all
the new
pubs.
world down to Ireland.
No, it is fantastic. Well, and I mean that sunset invasion is like continuing.
Yeah. I assume that was the whole peace deal, right? There's nothing else that shifted hands. I don't think so. Is
check.
that Aztecs?
No, it's Munster, the other pirate
right,
nation.
the other pirate nation.
What else? I don't know. Simon, have you, aside from the land taken in England, was there anything else in the peace deal? No.
Right.
It's just the two states there. And I mean, the Texan Wales are a thing.
Apparently it is so.
I mean, they're gonna be better at American football than rugby in the end.
Indeed. So one thing I wanted to check, while we were talking about Andalusia.
Oh, wait. The war in Persia is... Oh, yeah, we had already seen that.
Yeah,
so.
they lost this to Nepal, right?
Oh, it is peace in the world,
it's
indeed.
whole peace.
Hello, Simon.
Hello.
Yeah, it is indeed peace in the world. Can we get some birds flying in the chat for a brief moment of peace
Some
in a
pigeons.
broken world? Let's look at... I really like looking at the devastation map. I like how it shows the state of the world. Persia is in ruins, England as well. The Cape has been through so many rebellions.
Those
The
fetishists tell us.
fetishists. I think Spain has...
We need to know more about the English
Yeah.
piece going on.
Yeah. Go ahead. So how were things, and how did you manage to get France to finally surrender in that peace deal, Simon?
I have to say it was one of the French team members who played the diplomat here, approached us and said, well, we can do this for another 20 years until the end of this whole thing, or we can just move on. Because they have put up a formidable defense. They played really smartly, I have to say. They whipped us in the beginning down there in Wales pretty hard because we had to find our footing here. In the beginning, it was always the Inca going in first, and that never worked out. So after that,
Their troops aren't up for it, I guess.
I mean,
it's the Texan Rangers that then were our crack troops. So
Go in, guns blazing.
yeah, exactly. So I was just busy ferrying mercenaries across the Atlantic for most of the time.
I mean, I think they were quite lucky that the Italian and Swiss bank were backing them up during the
because
whole
we
war.
saw that. So France was approaching bankruptcy. They had reached the maximum number of loans, but they were still gaining money all the time. So they must have been sent gifts from someone.
I'm pretty sure Switzerland was sending gold by the truckload.
Probably.
They were smuggling it across the channel.
So I really have to say, really kudos to the players. So Switzerland, both Italy and Switzerland are really good players, I feel. And they just started murking, right? As soon as they got a couple of provinces, the few provinces in Wales, they must have churned out hundreds of thousands of Swiss mercenaries.
Yep.
And we just saw them popping out one after the other. And
It's like a spawning pool.
literally like a spawning pool of Swiss mercenaries there. And it was bloody. It was freaking bloody about over every single hill and march. And
I saw one of those battles where it's 300,000 troops versus 200,000 troops. Huge battles.
No, I really have to say that was a lot of fun for me. I was I'm not really used to MP, so this was really fun controlling.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look who's back,
Oh,
baby.
Yes, the Papal States.
The Papal
But
States are back.
they gotta get Rome back. They gotta get Rome back.
Yeah, I mean,
would love to see them back in Rome.
They have given them but because they can't give them the capital, I imagine.
Right,
But
true,
once again,
true.
the Pope is risen like the Lord.
Is anyone playing the Pope? No?
No, I don't think so.
I would love
They have released them as a vassal.
Wait, what? Have they...
I think they are vassal to Italy.
Okay, so I would love to have the Pope, the previous Pope, become the new Papal States.
You mean the Pope in Ming?
Yes, the Pope in Ming. Abandon your mission in China and join the
You've seen that, right?
Oh! That is beautiful. That is awesome.
Anyway, to wrap up the English / French war, I just wanted to say congratulations to all the players who they put up really a huge fight. And let's move on and let's employ the Texan Rangers somewhere else, I would say.
Something is happening.
Seeing a lot of war going on.
Something is happening.